Cancer Conversations, a Harold Leever Regional Cancer Center podcast discussing all things cancer and giving you information to improve yours or a loved one's cancer journey. Hello and welcome to Leever Cancer Conversations from the Harold Leever Regional Cancer Center. Today I'd like to share a conversation with Debbie Mendez, ATRP, LPCA, and bilingual clinician with Ann's Place, a compassionate nonprofit serving Connecticut and New York's Hudson Valley. Ann's Place and the Leever Cancer Center have teamed up to provide 2 free practical support groups for Leever patients on their cancer journey. Hello, Debbie. How did you get involved with the Leever Cancer Center?
During COVID, Ann's Place, like many other places, had to go virtual with services. And we noticed during that time that we got more clients that were registering, calling up and doing intakes from the greater Waterbury area. Through that process, while folks were able to attend virtually because of where Ann's Place is located, the only location in Connecticut is in Danbury, very close to New York. It's not really convenient for folks in the greater Waterbury area to attend in person. So after COVID, when we started going in person again, we weren't quite capturing those folks for the in-person services. So we teamed up with the Leever Center to offer things that are better off in person, such as art therapy and mindfulness practice.
How often do you provide services?
It's 2 services twice a month. One is what we call mindfulness practice. That's from 1:30 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a 90-minute group. And then the one that follows is an art therapy cancer support group. And that is also 90 minutes from 3:30 to 5 p.m. on the same day.
Who are these services for?
Right now, it's just the patients. We hope in the future to expand more services to caregivers, folks that are post-treatment, the bereaved. These are all populations that we serve at Ann's Place. But for now, and as we're starting up this partnership with Leever, it's only for patients.
How do you think these programs help cancer patients?
We all struggle with anxiety, don't we? Regardless of being a cancer patient or not. Just talking about the mindfulness practice, for example, the way that it's run is there's a breathing exercise in the beginning. It might be cyclical breathing or square breathing, as folks call it, and calm us down and get us into the moment. And then I go through a guided meditation. So different in that we're not sitting there completely in silence. I take folks through different types of meditations. One might be, and a popular one is a body scan, for example, where we focus our breath and our energy on different parts of the body. And we work to send breath to different areas to relax the body. And the hope is with this practice, in your life, when you're not in the group setting, you gather these tools so that you can utilize them when you are having insomnia, for example, or scanxiety, as we call it, when folks are waiting for the results of a scan is a really high anxiety time. And so gathering these tools in the mindfulness practice group, hopefully you're able to then utilize them later in your life to help self-soothe, for example. This is a way that the mindfulness practice serves patients, and the art therapy is really a different way just to talk about what you're going through.
Tell us more about the art therapy group.
The art therapy, it's another mode of healing, different from traditional therapy in that we're still talking as we create pieces of artwork, but I find that folks are often surprised at what they find in their artwork. I can give you a quick example by talking about a very simple directive that I do, which is make yourself as a tree. So you just make a tree on paper with a bunch of different materials that I bring, and you may pick different colors. You might use different types of mixed media on there. And At the end, when we do the processing of this artwork, people find that there are metaphors for the materials that they used or the colors that they used or the environment that they created around their tree, for example, the characteristics of that tree that are in line with where they are at in their lives. It might be for folks that might not have a lot of support in their lives. That tree might be small and not surrounded by much, for example. And so a lot of times patients think that the decisions that they make in the art making process are arbitrary, and it's really not. And we uncover that in the processing of the artwork. So it's just a different way to talk about feelings and what you're going through in the different stages of the cancer journey.
Is there anything else that you would like to add about Anne's Place or other thoughts that you might have about Leever?
Yeah, I love to see the patients that I've seen so far at the Lever Center, folks that have never known anything about Anne's Place, probably because of where they're located. It brings me so much joy to be able to offer just a snippet of the services that we have at Anne's Place at the Lever Center so that folks are aware that support is out there. I also want to say that no experience is necessary for any of these programs. And I often run into folks that say, oh God, I can't meditate. I don't know how to do that. Or I don't have one creative bone in my body. I can't paint or draw. And it really has nothing to do with experience. It's really about showing up and engaging with others, finding community, and being willing to see what you might get out of these programs. I don't know how to meditate either, or I'm not good at meditating either. I mean, quieting the mind is a skill that is built over years and years and years, and I'm still working on it myself. So I try to make it clear that none of this is about being good at it first. It's about learning as you go and having the willingness to engage with others and to heal in maybe a way that's not so traditional.
Thank you, Debbie, for sharing information on the mindfulness and art therapy support groups available at Leever. If you would like to learn more about these programs, visit levercancercenter.org/events. To register, email clientservices@annsplace.org or call 203-709-6568, extension 109. Be sure to check out our website, levercancercenter.org, for more great content and new podcasts. Content produced by Leever Cancer Conversations is for the community and is for education purposes only. We do not diagnose, treat, or offer patient advice. Thanks so much for listening.